Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, little boys and little girls, the monkey boy and the monkey girl. Tooblack. Still Tooblack in it. And we're going to carry on with the with our Bible study. So, where we are now is chapter number, I believe, number 8. Right. So what's happened now with the guy with the ship is that he did as the Lord God commanded him, and he built a ship, and then the rain came down. It says a window of heaven opened up, and a whole bunch of rain fell down. So everything on the ground was killed. So once this happened, the ship ended up on top of a mountain. You see. This is an extremely terrible event, in all estimation. Right. So we'll go on. So here we are. So everyone's gone, except for, it says, the Aki Rifteth is still on Genesis, and is Noah Fakri Fi Seth. Here we go. For whichever way you pronounce that, I'm going to trust your judgment. So eventually, what Noah did was that following the end of the rainy season, which happened to last approximately 40 days and 40 nights, and then I believe those 7 days where nothing happened, and then the Noah characters send out a raven, what is now a raven, and raven came back. So Noah, being a seriously intelligent man, knew that there weren't any trees out there. So he let it go for a few more days, and then eventually he sent out a dove, Kalum. So they sent out the dove. So this went out 1 or 2 times, 3 times. First time he came back. The second time he came back with an olive branch or leaf or something of the sort. And then the last time he didn't come back. And then the Noah character, realizing how smart he was, knew that, okay, the dove must have found somewhere to be. So he came out of the ark, and then surprisingly, he took some of the animals which he had taken with him into the ark, right? And he built an altar unto the Lord, and took his 20th, the 20th chapter, verse. And he took he of every cleany beast and of every cleany fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. So he took the animals that he had saved and killed them and burned them. Oh, okay. And then, so I was hoping that the Lord God was going to rebuke him at this point, because he'd gone to great lengths to save these animals. But then that's not what happened, you see. So the Lord God was not unhappy with his occurrences. And 21 says, and the Lord smelled a sweet sour. And the Lord said in his heart, the Lord's heart, I will not again curse the ground anymore for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Okay? So the imagination of man is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more every thing living as I have done. And 22 says, while the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest and cold and heat and summer and winter and day and night shall not cease. Rah. Okay. So that's pretty, I'd say, what do you call it? It's a bit unexpected twist in this tale. So yes, so there you go. So that's chapter 8 done. So some of the animals survived. The ones which survived, some of them were lucky. I presume some of them may have escaped and ran away, but some of the clean ones and a couple of the dirty ones were got hold of, and they were burnt. And the Lord smelled it, and it says, I believe it says, it smells sweet sour. And the Lord said in his heart he was going to do this kind of stuff again, because man is evil, or the imagination of man, of man's heart. So for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. All right, so there you go. Okay, so eventually we're going to get to the point of all these stories, I hope, because it's getting rather interesting. So at some point I'll get down to the man on the street with the leather superhero costume and ask perhaps some of these questions, why they had to burn these animals once they have saved them and built an altar. Yes, and why imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Okay, so that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I think this Bible study is very clear, and we will eventually get to the source of these stories so that we know the reason for our existence. Okay? If not for that, then I think we're going to have to wait for the government scientist from the Ministry of Truth, maybe, to tell us the purpose for our existence. All right? In the meantime, you get Tooblack. We're going to spark up. Yeah. And get down to business. All right? The business of centering and awakening the ego. Yeah. All right? So it's Tooblack. See Tooblack in it? You don't like it? You know what to do. Yeah.